So are you one of those golfers who constantly feels that they lift up, and worse still, everybody tells you that you're lifting, that's why you top the ball, really struggle with strike? Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you the key move that you're missing to stay down during your golf swing. So I think when most golfers want to check for themselves whether they're staying down, they tend to video the swing, whether it's on a camera or on their mobile phone. And a lot of the time they'll look down the line, sometimes they'll do face on. But what they'll tend to see is from a decent address position, and you can see my posture angles there, they don't manage to maintain those angles during the golf swing. The bottom of the arc comes a little bit higher, they kind of top the ball, and then that really tough one when they try and feel that they stay down is that the arms buckle, the width of the swing gets shorter, and it's incredibly tough to strike the golf ball. So first of all, we need to understand which key element we're missing, because most guys will say, well, it's pretty obvious. If I stand there and bend forward, as long as I maintain that forward bend, I should strike the golf ball. But the danger is, in the golf swing, it's not just forward bend that we need. Because there's rotation in the golf swing, what actually happens is that in the downswing, we go from our forward bend, from here, and as we turn and tilt our shoulders on the way back, we introduce something called side bend. So actually in the backswing, we bend this way, and then turn with a tiny bit of forward lean. So go down the line for that. We go side bend, tilt, and a little bit forward. So you can see there, that's the backswing. And then obvious on the way down, what we'd be looking for is right side bend. So we're going to bend side, tilt forward slightly, and that would be more of our impact position. And that's the big difference, isn't it? When you look at address, we're here, impact, we're here. The major difference is that right side bend. So I think a great feel for it is to stand there, swing to the top of your backswing, feel that you get some right side bend in, and then you can turn out the way. And we can see straight away there, I started to touch the ground. So we'll do that down the line, give you a little feel for it. So you'd stand there, swing to the top, feel that I get some side bend, which you'll also notice drops the club a little bit behind me. Then as I start to rotate, the club gets back on line, and we can keep going, and that generates that ball, hopefully, and then turf contact. But you can also see most guys at address, lead arms nice and long, trail arms fairly long, a little bit of flex. But at impact, we'd be looking for much more bend in that trail arm. So we're going to have a couple of practice swings, get a feel for it. And you can work on backswing as well with this, but predominantly from this video, we're talking about downswing. Try to get that side bend in there. So we're going to go back, side bend, and through. And it's a very noticeable different feel. Even for me, it's definitely something I don't do well enough in my swing. So I'm going to set up to the golf ball, maybe just hit one little shorter swing to begin with to get a feel. You can see lovely strike. That one obviously not quite going to reach the green from here. But we can see there definitely some interaction with the turf. Obviously I'm going to replace these divots afterwards. So we're going to do slightly bigger swing, but maybe not full speed to begin with, really just to enhance that awareness on what I'm feeling and try and reproduce that movement. Again, lovely strike. That one just drifting a little to the right, kind of front edge. So you're probably thinking, this sounds dead simple, really, really easy, but actually there's so many other positions, you know, that I really want to get into. Will this side bend make a difference? Well, if you look face on here, at address, I'm here. But as I introduce that side bend and turn the body out of the way, you can see, we start to see more shaft lean, my lead leg's starting to straighten, the pressure's into my left foot, and that's really helping compress the golf ball, deliver that club with less loft, and just control the low point in your swing. I talk about that a lot. The guys who predominantly struggle to add that side bend really find it hard to get that low point after the golf ball. As a result, we hit behind, we miss the ground behind, top hit. You know, comment below. This might be ticking all the boxes for you. This might explain all your poor shots. But if you can really get that feel for that side bend on the way down, it will transform the way you hit the golf ball. Now, if you're not sure what the side bend feels like, an easy way is in the backswing, I'm looking for that side bend. In the downswing, I'm looking for that. So for a right-handed golfer, left side bend on the backswing, right side bend on the way down. But if you can stand there, get that feel, you can see how much easier it is for me to touch the ground, and ultimately touching the ground ahead of the golf ball. You can then stand up there, put a swing on it. But it is a huge mistake that I see with golfers, that they're just so obsessed with creating this forward bend and trying to keep this forward bend that you can't do it. When people say you just turn your shoulders, that's fine, there's no side bend in there, but we're looking to put tilt into the golf swing. So you can set yourself up, really focus on side bend on the way back for me, side bend on the way down. And gone are those days when you have to think about staying down. Introduce side bend, start striking all your shots on the floor much, much better. You can even do this with driver, but no longer thinking about keeping that head down, staying down, keeping still. Work on the right things and improve your golf.